What's the use of feeling blue? Believe us, there are plenty of reasons. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 saddest moments in Steven universe.
You feeling any better?
For this list, we'll be looking at the scenes from the hit Cartoon Network series that practically shattered us with emotions. Picking just 10 moments was harder than it looks. We may need to do a sequel video someday. For now, the moments we have lined up are especially plot-heavy, so expect spoilers and lots of crying. Number 10. It's over, isn't it? Steven, Greg, and Pearl are on vacation in the glamorous Empire City, but Pearl isn't having as much fun as the boys are. During the night, she goes out on the balcony to lament the loss of Rose Quartz in song.
I was fine with the men who would come into her life now and again.
The tune itself is a beautiful torch song heavily empowered by Dee Dee Magno-Hall singing, while the subject matter itself tugs at our heartstrings. Pearl and Greg competed for Rose's affection for years, but in the end, it was Greg she fell for.
And we fought like it was all some silly game over her, who she'd choose. After all those years, I never thought I'd lose.
To add insult to injury, now that she's gone forever, Pearl is left struggling to move on after losing someone she's loved for thousands of years. Fortunately, this enables her to make peace with Greg, allowing them to mourn together.
You know Rose. She always did what she wanted.
I know you both need it. I know you both need it.
Number 9. Steven learns the truth. Steven has had enough and goes to Pearl for answers about the supposed shattering of Pink Diamond.
I knew it. It was you who shattered her. Pink Diamond? But I don't understand.
While Pearl cannot tell Steven, she shows him a memory that turns everything upside down. Rose Quartz didn't shatter Pink Diamond. She was Pink Diamond.
Convincing? Very much so, my diamond. Soon it will be just Rose.
She faked her own shattering to protect the Earth and start a new life, but it came at an enormous price. In addition to Pearl carrying the burden of keeping the secret, other gems were either shattered or corrupted by the other diamond's anger, and a massive target was painted on Earth's back. It put everything the crystal gems stood for into question, and even caused certain relationships to fall apart in turmoil and uncertainty.
Rose. She...
Zephyr! She lied to us! She lied about everything!
Way to go, Starlight. Number 8. Pink Pearl. Before being brainwashed by White Diamond, Pink Pearl, now nicknamed Volleyball, was Pink Diamond's original servant.
Excuse me?
Oh, it's you.
I heard you might be able to help me with this.
One would assume that the giant scar on her face was thanks to White, but it turns out that it was caused by Pink. When the littlest diamond didn't get her way, she threw a temper tantrum and Volleyball got caught in the crossfire.
I am sorry. There is nothing I can do.
But you just told us you could repair any pearl.
Her physical form shows damage, but her pearl is perfectly fine. This injury must have been so impactful that it continues to manifest despite the fact that her pearl has been repaired.
Even if it was just an accident, the trauma it caused ended up leaving the retired Pearl permanently scarred, both physically and emotionally, eerily mirroring real-life toxic relationships. If any good came out of this, it's that Volleyball can share her pain with another Pearl that Pink Diamond deeply affected, our Pearl.
One knew your mother was trying to change, but she couldn't understand why. The other never expected her to change at all. Now I get to understand everything. Now they finally get to have each other.
Number 7. Stevonnie's Hallucinations. Connie has been feeling guilty about hurting a student at school, and it's affecting her and Steven's fusion training as Stevonnie.
Huh? I'm sorry!
Garnet is able to help her overcome this, but now it's Steven's turn to face his sins. In the middle of training, he's haunted by hallucinations of Bismuth, Jasper, and Eyeball, 3 gems that he couldn't save. All Steven wants is to be able to help everyone, but these 3 wouldn't give him the chance, and being forced to fight them tears him up inside. The image of his mother's disappointment makes it even worse. Luckily, Connie is there to help him move past this for now, but the turmoil he feels may never fully go away.
There was nothing else you could have done.
I don't want to feel this way.
Number 6. You really are better than her. During an argument, Bismuth lashes out at Steven thinking that he's rose quartz, and we learn quite a bit about the perfect crystal gem leader.
Wait, Bismuth! This is just a big misunderstanding!
Liar! Don't play games with me, Rose.
It turns out that she bubbled Bismuth away for wanting to shatter enemy gems and never told anyone about her true whereabouts. Even if Bismuth's methods were extreme, she didn't deserve this. She got locked away for disagreeing with her old friend, and made to feel like she didn't even matter. She didn't even get to say goodbye to the others.
Didn't even tell him. You bubbled me away and didn't ever tell your friends. My friends.
I'm going to tell them. I'm gonna tell them everything.
Then you really are better than her.
Reluctantly, Steven is forced to poof Bismuth in the middle of the fight, which became one of his biggest regrets later on. Thankfully, there's always a second chance to make things right.
Sorry about all this.
Number 5. Now she's gone, but I'm still here. Pearl took great pride in being Rose's sole confidant, the one she could trust with some of her darkest secrets.
Pearl, yes? I'm going to stay and fight for this planet. You don't have to do this with me. But I want to! I know you do. Please, please understand. If we lose, we'll be killed. And if we win, we can never go home.
However, when Pearl finds out about Lion and Rose's connection, she's left heartbroken knowing that there were secrets even she was in the dark about. Knowing what we know now about their relationship makes this moment even more depressing.
Why would I ever want to go home if you're here?
Pearl adored her beloved leader and dedicated her life to her, only to be left alone and grieving after Rose gave up her physical form. In the end, the tears finally flow when Steven offers some much-needed support, which is all anyone can ask for while coping with the loss of a loved one.
Well, I think you're pretty great.
Number 4. Spinel's backstory. Throughout the movie, we've been wondering what made Spinel so angry with Steven.
Do you remember the garden?
The garden?
Is anything coming back to you? No! Spinel, where are we going?
Back to where I never left.
When we find out the reason, it's really heartbreaking. Originally, Spinel was created to be Pink Diamond's playmate and best friend. However, when Pink finally got her own colony, she tricked Spinel into waiting for her while she ran off.
Pink wanted a colony more than anything. One day, her wish came true. Blue and Yellow gave Pink her very own planet, Earth.
This means that while Pink's been having her little escapade and starting the rebellion, Spinel's been patiently waiting for her to return for over 6,000 years.
Here in the garden, let's play a game. I'll show you how it's done.
When she learns about Steven, it finally hits her. Her best friend, someone she cared about with all her heart, tossed her aside like an old toy and is never coming back. It's no wonder she went completely bonkers.
Spinel, come on, we can talk this out.
I don't want to play anymore.
Spinel, this isn't a game! Huh?
Number 3. Steven surrenders. A pair of homeworld gems, a snooty aquamarine and a topaz fusion, has come to Earth to abduct humans, all of Steven's friends.
Nice try, but it's hopeless, my dad. I can't go back to Homeworld without getting what the diamonds want.
To protect them, Steven makes the boldest move of his life. He turns himself in as Homeworld's public enemy number 1, Rose Quartz.
I'm not my dad.
How much longer is this mission going to take?
Well, I can end it for you. Right now.
Oh, really?
I'm someone the diamonds will want more than any of these humans.
Connie and the gems beg Steven not to do it, but his mind is made up, and they're forced to watch helplessly as he's taken away, possibly forever. While Steven does make it back later, His rash self-sacrifice doesn't resonate well with the others. Can you blame them?
How could you just give yourself up like that?
Well, first I said it was my dad, and then I said it was my mom.
Ugh, no, I mean, you just gave up.
He just threw in the towel, abandoned everyone he loves on the smallest chance he could finish what his mom started. And it didn't even work. Number 2, I never asked to be made.
I never asked for it to be this way. I never asked to be made.
While trying out a life on the road, Amethyst shows Steven her birthplace, a desolate canyon called the Prime Kindergarten.
Here we are. Welcome to the kindergarten. What do you think?
It's great.
Sure is. Come on.
When Pearl shows up and reprimands the two for coming here, she inadvertently hurts Amethyst's feelings by saying how ashamed the gems are of this horrible place.
Garnet said you'd be here, but I didn't want to believe it. Amethyst, what were you thinking bringing Steven to a kindergarten?
Amethyst lashes out at Pearl, tearfully shouting about how she hates that she was born somewhere that was harming the Earth. She even considers herself a mistake. It breaks our hearts to see the normally laid-back, goofy Quartz so vulnerable and full of self-loathing. Thankfully, Pearl is there to remind us that even the most horrible places can give us a blessing in disguise. In this case, Amethyst.
I hope you can forgive me. You're the one good thing that came out of this mess. I always thought you were proud of that.
Even though it's animated, the complexities of each and every character on the show, whether they're main players or one-off appearances, are so deep. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few tear-jerking honorable mentions.
Everybody told me gem stuff's dangerous. I guess I didn't believe it until now. Dad always seemed apprehensive, and now he's really freaking out. What do I do? You, and your crew, and your ship. Whoa, lots of ships. You flew through space, towards Earth. You landed, and started building stuff. But then, the gem war.
You were right to leave. I always thought that you were failing this world. But if you were happier on Earth, maybe this world was failing you.
Lars?
I didn't think we were going to make
amazing.
it. Lars,
You
that
were
was
amazing. We're winning. We're winning.
I am not getting caught in the middle of another war.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Steven's Burden. When he's alone during a rainstorm, Steven goes into Rose's magic room and wishes for a replica of his mother.
I know nothing in here is real, but I want to see my mom.
Hello, Steven.
At first, it seems like a fun, wholesome mother and child bonding experience, but Steven remembers that nothing in the room is real, and finally airs all his grievances.
Then you shattered Pink Diamond. Now all of Homeworld has it out for Earth and the Crystal Gems and me. You put us all in danger and you just disappeared.
Every bad thing Rose has ever done, all the people she's hurt, and Steven's the one to deal with the mess she left behind. This is the most tragic part about Steven, living in his mother's shadow and answering for her crimes on top of struggling with his own traumatic incidents and feeling like there's no one he can turn to but himself. Tragically, this inner turmoil would only continue building from here.
I know what you are! You're a liar! I thought you never wanted to hurt anyone, but you hurt everyone! How could you just leave Garnet and Amethyst and Pearl and Dad?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.